Okay, good afternoon everyone and welcome to the STEM Lockdown Digital School. This is Coding for Grade 7 and I am your presenter, Mr. Paul de Klerk, and there's my email address. So if you want to send me any questions or you want to send me examples of the code that you guys are creating on your own, please feel free to do it to that email address. I received a nice picture from one of my grade 4 coding students this morning, and it was really nice, and I really appreciated the fact that she took the time to show me what she created. We were doing pictures there, sticker art or art with stickers using loops. Right, so I will send a link about what we will be doing in this lesson shortly. Let me just run through the PowerPoint quickly. Okay, so the same coding principles that I always say. I am not going to repeat this next week. Next week you guys need to tell me what they are. Okay, so this one is saying find the easiest way to solve the problem and always start with the easiest problems first. Next one is keep your code as short as you can, so we don't want to use 10 blocks or 10 lines of code for something that we can do with 6 blocks or lines of code. And then the next one says take away code that is not being used, so that we don't have wasted code in our workspace. Right, so I'm going to change over to that screen. Okay, so let me just go to the puzzle and copy the link for you guys. Okay, so you can navigate towards that link so long and just type yes in the chat box if you are ready. Okay, I'm gonna start talking through this one so long while you are navigating to that link. If it doesn't open by you clicking on it, just copy and paste it. Okay, yes, I know we did this one yesterday, but what happened yesterday is we did many puzzles and then we started this one, but we were actually short of time, so we couldn't really walk through it and think through it, so we tried to rush through the code. And I have to be honest, it baffled me yesterday because I kept thinking about the real game Minecraft, which I told you guys I play with my son. Now in the real game, if you have one piece of water, one space that's filled with a block of water, you can walk through it, but in this one you can't. Okay, so and then yeah, we just ran out of time, so we couldn't really think through it. So afterwards I took some time to figure this one out, and I'm sure many of you did as well. Okay, so I just want to see Rita and them joined us also. Welcome. And they were also the ones that told me yesterday, right as we left, we need to repeat it 6 times. So that's exactly what I did. And I was hoping there was a way that we can loop this segment of code as well. But there really isn't a way because it's different if you want to try and put a loop. I was thinking maybe we can turn right and move forward and loop that, but then you just don't end up at the right place. So here we are, and this is the solution that I found yesterday, and I'm sure if you guys took the time to play with this, then you would have also found the solution as I have. So let's just talk through it and then we can move on to the next one. I want to spend time on these things because what is coming is tricky. We are going to start talking about conditionals, and that is very, very complicated if you don't fully understand how the looping system works. Okay, so this is again saying when run, repeat 6 times, plant a crop and move forward. Okay, so what happens there is it will plant a crop and then move. It's not going to first move and then plant the crop. Okay, then we have turn right and move forward twice. We are now at the top of this field where we are planting, so we need to move forward twice and then turn right again. And then in the last loop, we have to move forward before we plant, because we can only plant on those spaces that look like dirt. We cannot plant on the ones that look like grass. So if your code looks like this and you hit run, it should work. Okay. And there we go. So are you all happy with this now, with the solution that we couldn't do, or that I couldn't figure out in the few minutes that we had yesterday? Can we move on? That was also a good thing for you to see that even me, I've been working with code for 7 years, but the application I use it for is different than this. It doesn't change the fact that all codes, the basic, are the same. It's a language that you learn as you would learn any other language. But when the application differs, sometimes you have to practice and you have to experiment with stuff before you find the perfect solution for the problem that you have. And sometimes you'll find a solution and then you'll learn something new a year later, and then you'll come back and you can start to implement better solutions for things that you've done in the past. Yes, there we go. So I'm just going to go back to this code so that you can see where it's at. So we didn't make a nested loop, you're right. We only made 2 repeat blocks, but now I mentioned this morning to the grade 7s, grade 4s as well. This block is called a repeat block, but what is happening inside we call a loop. Okay, so we have 2 loops here, but they are not nested. A nested loop means that you have one loop inside of another one. So if you have a repeat block and you put another repeat block in that, now that second repeat block becomes the loop of the first repeat block. Okay. So let's move on. I think we are all happy with this. Do I have yeses in the chat box? Can I carry on to puzzle number 8? Junior already said yes, he's done this. Rita, Connie, and Mombusa, are you guys good? Yes, okay. Right, so let us continue. Okay, so now we are facing a different challenge. And remember I told you that in Minecraft there are monsters, or what they refer to as mobs. Now they come out at night, so you'll see it's dark there around Alex. Oh no, that's Steve that's on the page there, Steve. And then you don't want to run into them because they hurt you. Now these ones are called creepers, okay? So you can see they're running into a creeper is a bad idea. So carefully move past the creepers and reach the safety of your home. So creepers, they have this nasty habit of exploding. And a fun fact, when they created the game, the creepers were actually an accident that happened in the coding. Somebody created the code for something else, and then they came up with this creeper because they made a mistake. So now I'm talking about people that develop video games. So these guys, I mean, they live coding. So that's how good they are. And they actually made a mistake, and then they took that mistake and they developed it further into the creeper that we see there. Okay, so what we need to do here is, first of all, our door is at the top there. I'm going to enlarge this playing area so that you can see it more clearly. And we are facing towards our workspace. So we need to do something to get to the right place. So let's see. There we have Junior giving us his idea. He says, turn left, repeat 3, move forward, then turn right, move forward, turn left, move forward, turn right, move forward, turn right, move forward. Okay. So we have 9 blocks that we can use, right? So we want to turn left. Then we're going to put the repeat, as he said, and we're going to move forward. 3 times. Then we should stop right. Right, let me just paste the link for you. Welcome. Okay. So we want to turn left to walk towards the house. Then we want to move forward 3 times so that we end up right before that creeper, right in front of it. We don't want to touch it. Then we are going to turn right and move forward. Okay. So now we are here. We can't move forward more than that because then we're going to walk into this creeper. So now what we should do is we should turn left and move forward. Now we're here. Now if we want to go into the house, we need to turn right, move forward, turn left, move forward again. So we do not have enough space in the workspace to do that. So what we do is we take that entire thing there and we put it in a repeat block and we loop it twice. Thank you, Amo. Yes. Turn left, then move. Okay, let's see. There we are. Turning right, turning left, turning right, turning left, and we're in our house. Okay, so I want to touch on this code again. Now we're still working with loops here, so we can go through this relatively quickly, but it is important that we understand it because we are going into conditionals, and if we don't understand loops, the conditionals will not make sense at all. Okay, and then I am going to bump into the creepers armor so that you can see what it looks like. I did it yesterday as well, just to see. Okay, so let's run through the solution and then we break the code and see what happens. So the first thing that we need to do, just need to reset here. We want to turn left to walk towards our house. Okay, the house is at the top of the picture, but we are facing towards the right of the picture. So we need to turn left to go there. If we turn right from where we are going to walk towards the bottom, and that is the opposite direction of the house. Then we want to move forward 3 times, but we have limited block space, so we use a repeat block and we put move forward inside that and we loop that 3 times. So now we're using 2 blocks to do the function that we would normally have done with 3 blocks, okay? Right, so now we're standing right in front of the creeper that is at the left bottom corner of our house. So to walk towards the house, we need to turn right. Then we need to move forward once. We don't move forward twice because then we are going to hit a creeper and we will blow up. So when we've moved forward there, we need to turn left and then we move forward again. Then we are right next to the door. But for us to get into the door, we need to turn right, move forward, turn left, and move forward again. So instead of writing the code twice, we put that entire sequence in a repeat block, and we loop it twice. So now, if I had to do this in the old way, we would have had 8 blocks just for this to move from here to there would have been 8 blocks. Okay? So the door from in front of the creeper until we're in the door would have been 8 blocks. So now that we put a repeat block, that doesn't happen. Okay. So for almost sake, I want to show you what happens when we walk into a creeper. So we're going to repeat that 4 times so that we don't turn here. We're going to walk straight into that creeper at the top. And the same as the game, there we go. It explodes and it blows up many things in the surrounding. Okay. So they have a timer first. You can see our code kept on. We kept moving. But before we could enter the house, the creeper exploded. Okay, so we're going to take this back to 3 because we only want to move 3. We're going to hit run. And you need to tell me in the chat box, are you ready? Can I move on to puzzle number 9? Yes or no? If you don't understand, then we can do it again. I don't mind at all. Do I have any yeses there? Any no's there? Do you want to see the code again so that you can copy it to your computer? Amu says move on. Junior, is that no? You don't want to see the code? And yes, we can move on, or is that no, we need to do this again? Junior, move on. Okay, good. Right, so we're moving on to puzzle number 9. Aha. Now this is what the Minecraft game is really about. Building the houses, fighting the monsters, all of that is fun, but it's in the name. Mine, and then craft with what you have mined. So now, if we look at this play area, I'm going to try and enlarge it a little bit more. That's as big as it'll go. You can see that we are in a cave, in a mining cave, and there are some blocks there that have black dots on them. So in Minecraft, that is what is known as coal, okay? And you need to gather coal in order to make torches and in order to put fire in your furnace so that you can cook food and make other stuff, okay? So here at the top, we will see it says, you'll find the most valuable resources underground, but it can get dark. So place at least 2 torches and mine at least 2 coal. So we always want to place torches, otherwise we are going to have monsters spawn where we are. So now we have a new block here, which is the place torch block, and that's self-explanatory. If you put that down, it's going to place a torch. If we use a destroy block, it's going to break that block, and then we will mine what it is, the resource. Now we can get any 2 coal and we can get any 2 torches, or place the 2 torches anywhere. So I just quickly want to have a look here. Junior is saying turn left, destroy block, turn right, move forward times 3, destroy block, then place a torch. Okay, so Junior has 1 torch in his code, but we need to place 2. So what do you guys think is the first thing that we should do? Remember to find the shortest solution, okay? Rita, Kanye, and Mbuso says left. Anyone else have any other ideas, or any different way of thinking? Remember, there are no wrong answers. As long as you've placed 2 torches and you've mined 2 blocks of coal. There we go. So yes, you can either turn left and then place a torch, or you can place a torch and then turn left. The important thing is we need to have a torch placed. Okay. So now we want to destroy the block, as you are all telling us. Okay, they are saying at least 2 torches and at least 2 coals. That means that there are a minimum of 2 of each that you have to do. At least means no less than. Okay, so there at the top it says place at least 2 torches and mine at least 2 coal. So what that sentence means is place no less than 2 torches and mine no less than 2 blocks of coal. Okay. Okay, so here we have a move forward then. Then we're going to turn right so that we can go up here. Or we can just carry on mining here. So it's really up to you what you want to do. I'm going to do both. So we're going to turn right, put in a repeat there, going 1, 2, 3. Then we place another torch so that we can have 2 torches. And then we destroy the block. Okay, I'm going to run mine, and then we can see what that looks like. This is a combination of what you guys have said. Okay, good. So we have achieved our goal. Okay. Let me just take this out. I want to replay this. So here we are using 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 blocks of code. Okay. Now remember, I always said don't do something in 10 blocks that you can do in 5. But when you are creating a game, sometimes you want to give the person playing the game the ability to do something extra they don't necessarily want to find the shortest way to complete something. I know when my son and I were playing Minecraft as an example, he just wants to build a house that's in a square, has a roof, has a torch so that he can be safe. I, on the other hand, like to build big houses, and I try to make two-story houses and things like that. So obviously the code to execute what I want to do and the code to execute what he wants to do is different. So in a game situation, it's okay if you are using more blocks, but there is a shorter way to solve this solution, this problem at the top. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn left at the beginning. We're going to place a torch, destroy a block. Then we move forward. Then we can actually do this entire thing again. Place a torch, destroy a block, and move forward. Let's see if that will work. So there, we're putting a torch down, we're going, there we put a torch down, and we're going, and look at that. Okay, so using a loop now, we went down from 10 blocks of code to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blocks of code. But this is less exciting than having Steve walk all the way across the cave. Okay, so I just wanted to clarify there. When I always say find the shortest solution to a problem, don't use more lines of code than what is needed. Yes, that is true, but if you are playing a game and you are creating the game for somebody who is going to be playing the game, you want to give them options so that they can choose, and you do not choose for them. Okay, are you all happy with this one? Can we move on to puzzle number 10? Okay, let's go. I still have to find a quicker way to do this. Okay. Good. And we can continue. Okay. Now it's starting to become fun. Mine this iron. So walking into molten lava is a bad idea. Place cobblestone to create a bridge. Then mine it at least 2 of the iron blocks. Then mine at least 2 of the iron blocks. Again, we have that at least. So that means we need to get a minimum of 2, no less than 2. Okay. There we have a limited workspace. We have only 8 blocks that we can use, of which one is for the when run block. So what that means is we need to do something different. Here's a new block, place cobblestone. We can change that into something else, but if you put wool or planks inside molten lava, it is going to catch fire. Okay, so let's see. Here we have somebody saying move forward. What do you think is next? You guys code this one. Cobblestone and then 4 times 2. I just took a repeat block and put it in there. Let's see if you guys understand why. Put it in the chat for me. Or do you want this to not be inside the... Are you guys there? Can you hear me properly? Okay, I'm just going to carry on. You can still please send your ideas through to me in the chat. Okay. So the last, okay, there we have forward 2, destroy, then forward 2 times. Okay, so we have forward 2, then we have destroy, then forward 2 times. Okay, so there's one problem with this. We need to break 2 blocks. We need to break 2 blocks in order for us to achieve the instruction goal that is at the top. So I think if we do this, it will work. Do you want me to run this and see what's happening? Ah, there we go. No, I mean put them in a loop. Great. Rita, Connie, and Nombusa. I don't know which one I'm talking to, but yes, you are right. So let's run this and have a look. There we put the cobblestone. There we're mining iron, and we are mining iron, and we are moving forward. So now we have completed that in 8 lines of code, and we were given 8 blocks of code. If we wanted to try and turn and mine some of the iron that was on the right, then we would not have been able to do that within the 8 lines of code. Okay, or 8 blocks of code. Okay, can I move on? Amu Jr., how are you guys feeling about this? Jonah, can I carry on? Oh, I see Jonah's gone. Amu says carry on. Junior? Yes, okay. Going to run it one more time because we need to run through it before we can say continue. Oops, let me just stop this from playing. Okay, now we are getting into the very, very interesting parts of coding. And as I said before, so before we start coding, I need you to just pay some attention now. As I said before, loops and nested loops, they give us options. And they create a situation where we can have shorter sequences, meaning less lines of code, and better solutions. Now, we are going to learn about something that is known as a conditional. Okay, so I'm going to quickly just explain what a conditional is. So a conditional says that something has to be true for something else to happen. If the first thing is not true, the second thing will not happen. So, here we can see repeat 7 times, destroy a block. But at the top they are warning us and they are saying that there may be some lava underneath these blocks, but we do not know. We can't see that. So the only way to find out is we need to go and we need to break each block. But for you to break the block and find out what is under the next block, you need to move forward. Now if you put that in the code, what is going to happen is we are going to fall into the lava. So now we put this new block in there, this one. Okay, and you can see it here, it's already in the code. And it says, if lava ahead, do place cobblestone ahead. So this is a conditional block. And what that is saying is, If there is lava, Steve will place a cobblestone. But if there is no lava, meaning this condition is false, he will not do this. So if he destroys the block and there's nothing under that block, there is already a cobblestone block. He won't do anything, he will just move over that. So now it becomes important for us to understand, where do we put the move forward? Because if you put the move forward on the top here, he's going to try and move before he checked if there is lava ahead. So in other words, he might move and then fall into the lava. Okay, so what we need to do is we need to put the move forward under if there is lava ahead, so that he destroys a block first, then checks if there is lava. If there is no lava, he will move it forward. If there is lava, he's going to place a cobblestone and then move forward. Let's run the code and see. So there is breaking. He sees the lava, he places cobblestone. Breaks. No lava, doesn't place cobblestone. There he places cobblestone. Now again he's placing cobblestone. Now no lava, he doesn't place cobblestone. Same thing happens. Okay. So when the code runs, it runs quite quickly. But what I wanted you to see is this. At these 4 places, he would put the cobblestone, because this condition, if lava ahead, was true. But at this 1, 2, 3, at those 3 blocks, he only moved forward because the if lava condition was false. So these are what we call conditionals. So this condition true, then do this. This condition false, skip this and do the next line of code. Follow the next command prompt. Okay, do you guys understand that? This is still a very easy example, but in the next lesson, from lesson 11, it becomes very, very complicated. So do you all understand this code? Have you copied it to your computer? Are you happy? Can we move on? Okay. Right, good. So just so that you know, in coding language, they call this a conditional. And this specific conditional, there are many different ones. This one is an if statement or an if conditional. Okay. We are going to learn about one more. I'm not sure if it's in this lesson or the next one. I can't remember when I went through this all. But there are some other conditionals that we will learn about. Okay, great. So this one is done. Continue. Okay. Now things are getting tricky. Mine 3 redstone, but don't fall in the lava. Use an if command to place cobblestone over any lava you uncover. Your turn, go. What do I put first? I'm not going to make this code at all. It's all on you. Okay. A loop twice. If you guys don't tell me what to put in there, I'm not putting anything in there. Okay. This one is a Rita, Connie and Mombuso. Junior is saying no. Junior said loop destroy. This is becoming very interesting. If lava conditional. Okay, Amu says move times 2, destroy. If lava, place a cobblestone. Okay. Junior saying something. Okay, so right, let's stop right here. We're going to start with this one. Okay, so this one is what Rita, Connie, and Mombuso gave us, but I assume there's more to come, but for the sake of time, let's test it. Okay, so the only thing that's happening there is it is telling Steve to try and mine a block, but that block isn't there. Right, so let's have a look here at what Amu says. He says move times 2. Okay, there Rita, Connie, and Nombuso, they're coming with some other things now. Okay, so I just want to run through all of these quickly. Amu says move turn left times 2, destroy if lava, place cobblestone. Okay, I won't be able to write everyone's code because I think it's a bit too much for us. You guys can't send me through the code everything in one chat comment. So we'll just work through it. Okay. So the first thing I see here, the first thing I see here is there's a redstone block, there's a redstone block, and there's a redstone block. Okay, so they're saying we have to mine 3. Now, in my opinion, the smallest amount of code that we're going to need is if we make this pattern that we've done before many times, where we almost work in a square. So let's do that. We're going to say move forward times 2. Then we're going to destroy to mine that block. Then we're going to check if there is lava. And if there's lava, we place cobblestone. Okay? Just in case. Then we want to move forward after we've checked. And then we want to turn left. So let's test this before we loop anything. Okay, so there we see there's lava, he's placed the cobblestone and he turned. Okay, good. So the only thing that is concerning me now is if we do it this way, we repeat this entire thing times 3. I'm afraid that when he does that, he's going to walk into the lava. Let's see what happens. Okay, there he places that. Mines, there is no lava, so he doesn't have to do anything. Okay, now he's stopping because the turn left was the last one. Good. Okay. So look at this. We solved this problem because we could see the pattern here in 9 blocks of code. We had 14 that we could use. So I'm going to reset this and I'm going to show you this one more time. Remember, before we even start putting loops and things, we want to test whether what we want to put in the repeat block actually works. So I can see 1, 2 blocks. So we're going to make him move forward twice. And remember, whenever you move forward twice, you don't have to loop that because you're going to use the same amount of code to put a repeat times 2 and 1 move forward than you will do with just placing 2 move forwards. Okay, then we see that he's at the end of the line, so we need to destroy that block. Now, Rita, Connie, and Ombuso said they used 8 blocks. See if you guys can type out exactly what you did step by step. So say, for example, move forward times 2, repeat times 3, that type of thing, if you can. Okay, I'll see you on Monday, no problem. Thank you for coming today. Okay, I'm going to carry on with this. Rita, Connie, and Mombuso, type what you did in the chat, and let's see. Otherwise, Rita, Connie, and Nombusa, I don't know if it's only one of you or all 3 of you, but can you talk? Or can you only type? Because if you can talk, I can unmute your microphone, then you can chat to me. Okay, let's do it that way. Let me quickly find this here. This one. Okay, hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Very good. Who am I speaking to?
Connie.
Connie. Okay, pleased to meet you. Please tell me what did you do here so that we can see if we can all get it in 8 blocks.
I used a repeat block.
Okay.
Sorry, 2 times.
Okay.
And put another loop inside the other loop.
Okay.
4 times.
Yes.
Okay. That on that loop that repeats 4 times, put destroy block.
Destroy. Okay.
And put if lava ahead do.
And then
Inside
place.
that, place cobblestone ahead.
Okay.
And move forward.
Like that.
Okay, then turn left underneath the
first repeat.
yes.
Nested loop. Like that. Can we run this?
Yes.
Okay. Let's have a look. Okay. Very good. Well done. You did it in less blocks than I did. Good job.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you for coming to chat to me. Okay, I'm going to mute you again now. And then we're going to... Oh, we can't move on. We're going to finish. Okay. Thank you. Right, that was very good. So as you can see, there are more solutions to this problem than just the one that I give you. So you need to play and practice and go and get this done. Right, so we are out of time. I just saw the time now. Thank you so much, Connie, again. That was a great solution, and now I know who I'm talking to, so when I see your name there, I can call you by your name. Right, let's move on here, and I'm going to invite you Monday, and we will finish looking ahead with Minecraft on Monday. And please invite your other grade 7 friends to join us. Okay, our class is small. We need more people to learn these things because computers are becoming very important in our lives. Okay, if you've got any questions or any other solutions, if you find a different solution than the one we find in class and you want to share it with me, there's my email address. Feel free to send me a mail. If you don't have an email, ask your mommy and daddy to help you if they are willing to. Right, so thank you so much for the STEM Lockdown Digital School. There are our social media handles. If you want to give us a follow, you can do it there. And use these hashtags when you are posting about us on social. Have a great weekend, guys. Stay safe, and I'll see you Monday.